We continue our analysis now of this trial tonight with Court TV's Julia Janae. Julia, let's start with the questions the jury had today. One was asking for clarification about the involuntary manslaughter charges and another about the evidence presented. Could these questions indicate one way or another which way the jury is leaning?
Well, Brian, it's hard to know which way they are leaning, but it lets us know that they are being careful, thoughtful, and they want to get this right. The prosecution has two theories that they can use, and they don't all have to agree on which theory, so long as they all agree that at least one of those theories was present here, that either Jennifer Crumbley was grossly negligent in the way that she stored that firearm, and that could get them to involuntary manslaughter. But the more broad theory is that she had a legal duty as a parent to protect her minor child from harming other people, keeping the minor child from harming other people. So I think this jury just early on out the gate wanted to make sure they understood that part of it, because it can be confusing, and they are now looking at the jury instructions, which lays all of that out for them.
Let's talk about the four charges, Julia. Involuntary manslaughter. What does the jury need to find in order to deliver a guilty verdict?
Well, they need to find that the way that she operated and the evidence that they've seen so far lead to those two theories that we just mentioned, that she either did not handle herself in an appropriate manner, and that duty is really important, because if she had a duty and she violated it, then that is what could get them to involuntary manslaughter. That's why this case is could be very much a precedent, because that duty, if it becomes a legal duty to make sure your child doesn't harm other people, then it could open it up to even more situations, not just a school shooting, but other situations where a child could cause harm to other people, even if the parent did not intend for that to happen. If they were negligent in the way that they operated with their child, it could really have an impact on parenting. So they have two ways of getting to involuntary manslaughter, not only how she may have kept that gun stored away, but also whether or not she was negligent in the way that she handled parenting.
And we know that meeting at the school the morning of the shooting, that will play a pivotal role into whether they think that one way or another. I guess we have Verdict Watch Day 2 coming up tomorrow. Julia Janae with Court TV, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Brian.